And the latest round of heavy rain in California could really be the tipping point for some already saturated areas. Fox Weather's Max Gorden shows us the damage left behind from the latest round of rain.
Currently the sun is out, but this is only the calm before the next storm here in Pajaro, California. This community was inundated by floodwaters after a levee failed along the Pajaro River. Many people are now in shelters, not knowing when they'll be able to go home. The breach in the levee occurred in the early hours of Saturday morning after heavy rainfall in the area due to the last atmospheric river event that hit California. Emergency responders had to go door to door, telling residents to get out. Officials here say there had been fears about this levee failing during the strong atmospheric river event back in late December and January. While it held then, the heavy flow on the Pajaro River might have weakened it, and during this storm, it failed. Some people didn't leave, and dozens of rescues had to be made.
The entire community of Pajaro is underwater. We've evacuated or asked people to evacuate at least 2,000 people, and this is the result of a weakened levee with the oversaturated ground. It is testing our infrastructure here in this country, or at least in the state.
Now another atmospheric river event is on the way, impacting the state between Monday and Tuesday nights. Last week's storms caused mudslides, downed trees, and power outages across northern and central California, and this next system will likely bring more of the same. This next system will be slightly weaker than the last, but the ground is already so saturated that the water has nowhere to go. And more rain is not what folks here in Pajaro want to see. The agricultural industry is a huge driver of the local economy. Most people who live here are farm workers, and fields surrounding Pajaro are still flooded. People don't know when they'll be able to go back to work. And the water here in Pajaro, undrinkable, tainted by the floods. In Pajaro, California, Max Gorden, Fox Weather.
I'm Amy Freeze. Welcome to Fox Weather's YouTube page. We have more great videos on the way, so make sure to subscribe to stay updated on all things weather.